Hey, yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy, Mistah Wilson. You are now tuned in to Wilson Block 100 Radio. And we're going to touch on a real untouched subject today. You know what I'm saying? And it's an area where, I have, adequate experience in. You know what I'm saying? To speak on it. You know what I mean? And why dishwashers quit their jobs. Okay, now if you're a restaurant owner or a restaurant manager, this may be something you want to listen to, especially coming from someone who's dishwashed for a number of years. First off, I just want to say that dishwashers are they play a key role in the restaurant, and when I say a key role, what I'm saying, just as important as the chef is, the dishwasher is just as important. In short, the dishwasher is equivalent to every position in the restaurant. You know what I mean? Just even the owner. I wouldn't say he surpasses the owner. I'm not even saying the dishwasher surpasses any other position. But if you don't get them dishes cleaned, you know what I'm saying? Servers ain't gonna have nothing to serve on. You know what I'm saying? And them chefs ain't gonna have nothing to put them things on. You know what I mean? It's plating is everything. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to keep that into consideration. One of the reasons why dishwashers quit their jobs is because they're mistreated. There's poor pay. You know what I'm saying? No respect from servers. You know what I'm saying? As a dishwasher, I'm back there, I'm doing my job, and the servers come back, they dump stuff off. I've worked enough different dishwashing jobs to realize that when I go to work, these servers don't care. You know what I'm saying? They don't even care to say hi or bye or how you doing or hello or anything like that. And it's those little things that make the biggest difference. You know what I'm saying? Your servers, they can't just be servers, man. They got to be, team members. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. You know what I mean? Teamwork make the dream work, right? Right. Poor pay. You know what I'm saying? Dishwashers usually get minimum wage. A lot of times, depending on where you live, there is no full-time positions. You get, just enough hours to not be eligible for benefits. You know what I mean? Things like that. And, for what you demand in your dishwasher, man, that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you want me to break my back doing all these extra tasks outside of just the duties of dishwashing, washing dishes, you want to pay me minimum wage, and then you want to treat me unfairly and poorly and things like that, it's not going to work out. I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time. The only people that are going to put up with that are like paisas, you know what I'm saying? People that, don't necessarily have their green cards or what have you, you know what I mean? Immigrants, people that just need something. And, listen, man, I remember I took a dishwashing job, and was just ready for it all. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to work hard. And every time I got a dishwashing position, I was ready to work hard, man. I was ready to give my all. I was ready to be a solution when it mattered the most. I was ready to help make my coworkers' job easier by doing whatever it took. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was outside of my expertise or my job description. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of employee that I was. But when I realized that, other members of the team didn't have that same type of, outlook, you know what I'm saying, or approach, if you will, then that's where I was turned off, and that's where I lost interest. That's where I just, didn't want to do work there anymore. You know what I mean? And just for the record, man, I worked at IHOP. You know what I'm saying? Doing the graveyard. I worked at Soup Plantation. So, I worked at everything from mom and pop joints. You know what I'm saying? To diners and buffets, you know what I mean? So I've worked at, the lowest level and the highest level of dishwashing, you know what I'm saying? So I can really, tell you about this. Another thing about dishwashing that makes dishwashers quit, man, is there's too many tasks. You know what I mean? I remember I was working for this dishwashing joint or this Mediterranean bistro in Pasadena, in Old Town Pasadena. And it was required of the dishwasher to empty the grease trap. Now, listen, the grease trap is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's if you ask me, man, it's the worst part of a dishwasher's job. You know what I mean? Because it's a very nasty job. It's nasty. You know what I mean? It's stinky. And if you ask me, that particular task should be outsourced to a company. You know what I mean? When I was working for IHOP, the dishwasher didn't have to empty the grease trap. They had a company come and do that. You know what I mean? I'm working at IHOP, the company come in the middle of the night, empty the grease trap. I'm still doing my work, my dishwashing. You know what I mean? So, when I apply for dishwasher, I expect to be dishwashing. Now, if you want me to bust tables, that's cool. I will expect some tips. But don't expect, me to just kind of be like, or don't expect any dishwasher to be open to emptying your grease trap, man. That's nasty, and it's a health hazard. And any job that requires you to do that needs to be under review. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not safe, man. You know what I mean? And again, you're a dishwasher. You know what I mean? Like, why do I have to empty the grease trap? Because the restaurant doesn't want to come out of their pocket to pay someone to do it. Listen, man, you need your grease trap, cleaned out. Hire somebody to do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't hire your dishwasher to empty the grease trap. That's not his job. You know what I'm saying? So that's a major reason why dishwashers quit. Another reason is, the extra task. As far as extra tasks go, freezer stocking. Now, the guy applies to be a dishwasher, and when he applies, you want him to stock the freezer. You know what I mean? Which means he has to stand in the freezer for probably up to an hour or even more. You know what I mean? Sorting and stocking inventory, and that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? For dishwashers, man. I mean, I came to wash dishes, and you want me to stand in a cold freezer for an hour. You know what I mean? That's not conducive. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be in my job description as a dishwasher. And that's just another attributing fact to why dishwashers quit. And I can definitely say that's why I quit the corner bakery, because they wanted me to get up at 4 or 5 in the morning and step my ass up in that cold freezer for an hour or two. I just couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't used to it. And it was not supposed to be my job to do that. You know what I'm saying? Give that to one of the servers or one of the food preppers. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember, I applied to work for this job, dishwashing, and, I had to do some food prep. I found myself doing more food prep than washing dishes. You know what I mean? And I was cool with it, but at the end of the day, I really wasn't cool with it, because it's not really what I signed up for. After, I'm making 250 sandwiches a day, you know what I mean, and spending maybe an hour of my shift washing dishes. And the reason why I prefer to just wash dishes is because, I'm in the back of house, I get to just do my work and pass the time and focus on my job as dishwasher. I wash dishes. I don't do all that extra stuff, okay? Now, again, another reason why dishwashers quit their jobs. Servers don't split their tips, okay? Now, listen, I looked up the law, especially in California. I can't really speak about this anywhere else. Look up your, local labor laws or what have you. But, dishwashers aren't necessarily entitled to tips, but they are eligible for tips. And, when I was working at IHOP, I didn't know that. When I applied for IHOP, I applied for dishwasher, and they told me that our dishwashers have to bus as well. Okay, I was cool with that. At the time, I didn't have any busing experience, but I was open. And I found the job to be very fulfilling, and it was cool. However, a lot of the times, I remember the first day I worked there, they was like, did one of the servers asked me, did Whoop Whoop tip you out? And I was just like, no, I didn't know I was eligible for tips. And then, this lady's like, always ask, before your shift's over, always ask if you're, always look for the tips, from your servers. And, as time went on, I noticed that, some of the servers, they would leave. You know what I'm saying? Before I even got a chance to ask him for the tips. You know what I mean? When really, you need to come to your dishwasher and split the freaking tips, man. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to, follow you and chase you down for money that, I should be able to receive. You know what I mean? Servers act like we all, listen, man, we all trying to make it through. You know what I mean? We all got somewhere we're trying to be. We're all trying to make it. You know what I mean? So just because you're a server doesn't necessarily mean you're more important than your dishwasher. Okay, everybody in the restaurant that works in the restaurant is equal. Okay, because without it, it's just like a machine. If you don't have that one little piece in the machine, nothing works. You know what I mean? And that's how, hiring managers and owners of restaurants should look at the dishwashing position. And, you know what I mean? And again, it's just, I'm not even saying dishwashers are more important, but, it's all equal. You know what I mean? And another reason why dishwashers quit their jobs is because they still have to pay for a meal. Now, listen, this isn't exclusive to dishwashers. This can go for pretty much anybody working at any specific restaurant, a particular restaurant. But dishwashers, they're slaving, they're laboring. Dishwashing is a pretty tough job because, you got to sweep, you got to mop, you got to empty the trash, you got to do all these extra things on top of dishwashing. Now, one of the things I don't like about all these extra tasks is, it takes away from dishwashing. So, you want me to go and stock the freezer, you want me to empty the grease trap, you want me to do all this stuff. So by the time I get back to my dishwashing station, I'm backed up. You know what I'm saying? And now me as a dishwasher, I feel like I'm not doing my job to the best of my ability. My work will not show. You know what I mean? Because you have me spread out, spread thin. You know what I mean? And for me to still have to pay for my meal. Listen, everybody working in the restaurant should get a free meal on their lunch period. Period. You know what I'm saying? I think that's very, very normal. I think that should be, I don't see anything wrong with that. And, I think that by doing that, those are one of those little things that, make a difference in the lives of your employees that actually make them want to work there. You know what I'm saying? See, it's like, in life, man, people have to like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one owes you anything. Like, to all the restaurant owners out there and everything, listen, man, your dishwasher is dishwashing for you because he needs some money, okay? He has to make a living. He has to make some cash. He's not dishwashing for you because he just wants to dishwash for your restaurant, okay? So if you want to bring out the best in your dishwasher, you know what I'm saying, or any employee in your restaurant for that matter, give them a free meal during lunch period. And I guarantee you, when they come back to work after their break, they are going to bust their ass. And if they don't, you need to get rid of them. Okay? Now, again, shout out to all the restaurant owners. Another reason why dishwashers quit their jobs is poor hiring practices. Okay? You guys, the restaurant owners, let me ask, if you're a restaurant owner, let me ask you this. Do you constantly find yourself in the hiring process? In the hiring and firing process? Are you a restaurant owner? How many times has your dishwasher quit? Ask yourself. Yeah, ask yourself. Think about it. How many times has your dishwasher quit his or her job? Because there was inadequate incentives. You know what I mean? All I have to look forward to is minimum wage, slave labor, and I still have to pay for my meal. And I still have to, be treated as less than by my coworkers. Like, listen, you got to make it, and you got to give incentive for people to do their best. You know what I mean? It's just like sales. It's like, people might already buy my product, but if I offer a discount, an incentive, you know what I mean? That may, encourage people to buy more or more often, what have you. You know what I'm saying? If you treat your dishwasher better, he or she will do better. And that's just basic math, okay? That's basic skills. That's basic understanding, okay? And, I just wanted to touch on this dishwashing subject because, I just recently moved to Seattle, man. I had me a dishwashing gig and like, the third or fourth day on the job, it made me realize why I don't want to do this anymore. Because me as a person, man, I'm worth something. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I have no problem dishwashing, you know what I'm saying, with all that I know. However, you're going to treat me with some respect. You're going to acknowledge me, and you're going to, make sure that I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that I'm well taken care of. If I had a restaurant, I'm going to worry about, well, man, is my dishwasher hungry? Or I'm going to be worrying about how he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what's wrong with the world, man, is that people don't come first. You know what I'm saying? Money has been placed as a priority over people, over the care of people. And because of that, you know what I'm saying, your dishwashers quit. So for all the restaurant owners out there who don't want to, go through the constant hiring and firing process, treat your dishwashers right, do better on your hiring practices, and, treat your dishwasher how you want to be treated, man. It's really that simple. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I don't understand, man. It's like restaurants, instead of just like, treating dishwashers as expendable employees, why don't you hire a core group of people right? Whether the servers, just everybody you need in your restaurant, pay them well, give them incentives, and you'll have that solid core of employees. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't do it like that, servers quit, dishwashers quit, bartenders quit, all of it, even managers. You know what I mean? All because you thought that it doesn't matter how, how they are or how they're being treated or anything like that. So, hey man, it's your boy Mistah Wilson. This is Wilson Block 100 Radio, and this is why dishwashers quit their jobs. Holla back at your boy. Make sure you have subscribed for more news, reviews, and interviews, and we're going to continue to bring more of this. It's your boy Mistah Wilson. We out.